Hi everyone, welcome back to Study Knits. My name is Allie and I'm a fourth year medical student living in the US who loves to knit and talk about knitting. I've been wanting to make a video reviewing my past finished objects for a while, talking about how they fit into my actual outfits, how I actually wear them, if I still like them even after recently finishing them. I've been wanting to make it for a while. I thought that now would be a good time to talk about all of my summer knits that I have, talking about things that I like, what I don't like about them, what I would change about them, the yarn that I like. I've just started my summer knitting for this year, and I thought it would be a good idea to make this video reevaluate my previous summer knits and see if there's anything I can learn from them, anything I can take away, apply to my summer knits for 2025, and to make them even better, fit better into my wardrobe, things like that. I will say this video is heavily inspired by Sherry over at Good Knits. I absolutely love her channel, and she started doing, she calls hers, what does she call hers? I think the wear test or knitwear review or something like that, where she goes back and sort of reevaluates her knits and her finished objects. She has a bunch of criteria that she goes through and eventually does a ranking. And I absolutely love those videos that she made. I'm sure there are other creators that have done similar things, but Sherry's are the first ones that I've seen, so that's who I'm giving credit to. I thought it was a really great idea. I've been trying to be more mindful with my knitting recently, with like tension, ease, just more mindful with my making, and I feel like this is a really good way to like see how my knits are doing. I'm not going to be talking about the process of knitting this. A lot of it can be found in my like old podcast videos. I think pretty much all of these I've talked about on a podcast, either making for myself or for somebody else. So those notes on talking about the process will be all in those. I'm not going to talk about that. I will talk about how often I wear them, and for reference, I don't really wear any knitted item around the house or like every day. So I'm not wearing anything every day, or it's like honestly that frequently. They're more like outside the house garments. I want to talk about the yarn and how it feels wearing it, and the situations that I find myself wearing it in because of the yarn. Let's see what else. And then if I would make this again, or any like notes I would give myself if I were to make this again, any modifications I would make, and then anything that I learned from making this project. And I've been thinking about a rating scale and thinking about like stars. I think I'm just gonna go with a simple like thumbs up, thumbs down. Maybe 2 thumbs up if it's incredible, and maybe like 2 thumbs down if it's not incredible. So I think that's sort of what I'm gonna stick with for now. But like knitting, like everything, it's dynamic. It could change. It could change as this video goes along. All right, any questions? Okay, good, let's go. Oh, and then another thing, there's 2 summer garments I made last year. If you're astute, you'll notice that they're not here. The jury's still out on those, so I'm not going to include them. I feel like I made them towards the end of summer. I finished them like maybe mid to late September of 2024. And I don't really feel like I had that many opportunities to wear them out and about, wear them with outfits, get a feel for them. So I'm not going to include those because I feel like I can't give a really good representation. This is what we're going to be talking about today. How many things is it? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 knitted items, 7 patterns. So let's get into it. Starting off really, really strong with one of my favorite garments ever, period. This is the Harvest Tee by Ozetta. I knit this using Knitting for Olive Merino in the color cream. Yes, in the color cream. And this is one of my absolute favorite garments ever. In the summer, I probably wear this every other week. I wear this a lot. I style it a lot with just a pair of jeans with, oh, it looks so cute with like a little skirt. like a mini skirt, a silk midi skirt. I've worn it under as a layering piece, under a cardigan or like a jean jacket. I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite things that I've ever made. I also feel like when I put it on, the yarn, even though it's 100% merino, it's very, very light. I used, what's I needle? 3.25 millimeter needle, and I feel like that gives it a kind of an open, airy feel where it's very, very breathable. It's very light on my skin. It's very soft. My make again notes for this one. This is actually the first of 3 harvest tees that I've made. We'll get into that later. There's this one that's for me. There's another one that I made for me, and then I made one for my mom. I guess it's funny talking about make again notes because I'll just talk about my next one in a second. I have very different opinions on my 2 harvest tees, which is interesting. In terms of make again notes, I feel like the rolled edge at the bottom sometimes, as with a lot of stockinette rolled edge, it um, kind of like gets carried away with itself, if you know what I mean. I find that a lot of times when I'm wearing this, if I'm wearing it for a full day, like kind of right now, it's just like probably 3 layers of just rolled edge, and I don't like the way that that looks when I'm wearing it. I don't like where it kind of hits my hips, and I find it to be not a very, I don't think it's a very cute look. I feel like when I do like a little French tuck and it looks cute, but if I'm not doing that, if I'm not tucking it all the way in, it just doesn't look quite right. I think it's half where it hits me that I don't like about it, and then half that it just happens. So if I were to make it a little bit shorter, I don't think I would hate that, but still. Another thing that I don't like about this is that it is bottom up. Um, I I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There's, in my opinion, absolutely no need for a simple construction to be bottom up. Um, my second one, I also knit it bottom up, but what did I do? I think I did a provisional cast on. Yeah, I did a provisional cast on, worked the body, and then finished, like provisionally cast on here in the body, worked the front, the back, the shoulders, the neck, and then used the rest of the yarn and finished out um, the bottom half of the body. So I did do that to sort of like mitigate, get ahead of playing any yarn chicken or anything, but I still don't like that it's a bottom up construction. I really wish it were top down. Um, would love to like maybe try making it top down, but that's a later problem. Overall, this project from me gets a thumbs up. I would make it again. I have made it again. Would love to make a 4th one for myself because I absolutely love this. This is my second harvest tee. Well, technically it's my 3rd. This is the second one for me. Also knitting for Olive Merino. This one is in Thundercloud. I made this one last year in summer of 24. And I don't actually like this one that much, which is really funny because the first one is one of my favorite ones. I think there's 2 main differences. One is obviously the color. I think the reason that I like the white harvest tee so much is because of the color. It's because of the versatility. And for whatever reason, this just doesn't have the same vibe. And I really can't describe it. I don't know if anybody else is going to be able to understand. I just feel like the white one is giving like chic, elegant, and this one is very like this just doesn't feel very me. Even though I love this color, it's a great color. I really can't understand it. Maybe someone else can articulate it in the comments like better than I can. That's difference number 1. Difference number 2 is I used a smaller needle. I used a 3 millimeter needle for this one instead of a 3.25 millimeter. And I really think that makes a huge difference. I feel like this one is not nearly as breathable. It feels a little more scratchy. Again, that could be a difference in the yarn. Like these yarns were bought like a full year apart. It could be that. I do feel like this one's just a little more scratchy. It's more dense, so it's less breathable. And that really takes away a lot of what I liked about the other one. The White Harvest tee for me is the breathability, the comfort of it. That's kind of gone with this one. And then there's this weird thing with the arms. I don't know what it is. I hope you can see it, but it's like it kind of bumps out like that. I really don't know what to say about that. I thought it would go away with wear, but I wear this one probably once a month, weather permitting, once a month. Same with the white harvest tee, with like jeans and a little skirt. I like this all right. This harvest tee, honestly, for me, kind of a bummer. It gets a thumbs down. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I look at it and it doesn't bring me joy. It makes me a little sad. So honestly, this is my first time putting it on since last summer, and my mom loves her harvest tee. Hers is a pretty blue one. And so I mentioned to her that I didn't love this one and if she wanted to have it, and she said she would. So I think I'm going to give this one to my mom. Because I don't love it, and I know my mom will love it and will get a lot more wear out of it than me. The same issues that I have with the white harvest tee, I have with this one, with the bottom edge being rolled. Um, and yeah, we already talked about everything else. Make again notes for me with this harvest tee. Actually, with the two harvest tees, we'll hold them up. Same deal. Would love to adapt it to be top down, so I don't have to worry about all that. And then if I were to make it again, I have no qualms using the Knitting for Olive Merino again to make this. I would just use a 3.25 millimeter needle instead of the 3 millimeter needle. I like the fabric that it creates for this kind of drapey t-shirt. I like it a lot better. Those are my make again notes. Again, this one gets a thumbs down, but this one gets a thumbs up. I guess that's what gauge will do for you, the power of gauge. And tension, that's crazy. It's like the only difference between these two. It's crazy. I hope everything's tucked away nicely, but I'm gonna keep going. This is my Strata. Oh, bless you, Mary. This is my Strata vest / Strata top. It's a pattern by Jaxa Slack. I knit this using Knit Picks Kotlin in the color Cashew. I knit the size 2. I made this, 2 summers ago? I knit another one for my friend last summer, and I talked about that in my knitting podcast. I knit one for her in a size smaller. I really like this. I feel like it's one of those, like, what is the difference between a V-neck top and a vest? Because there are several vests that I own that I would never wear without a shirt underneath. But this, like, I look at this and I'm like, oh, this is a top. Like, I wouldn't put a shirt underneath this. This is a summer top. Maybe because I knitted with the intention of it being a summer top, and that's why. But I would say I wear this once or twice a summer. It's not the first thing that I reach for, but it does not go completely unworn, if that makes sense. I pretty much only wear this with jeans or with jean shorts. I don't find it pairs well with the skirt. And like I said, I don't really wear like a top underneath it. This is a really, really nice, comfortable top. It's cotton linen yarn, so it's very, very summer friendly. Like, I'm getting a little bit chilly just sitting here right now. I feel like it's very bra friendly. I'm wearing just like a normal bra with this, and it's very bra friendly. I really enjoy wearing this. It's so comfy when I wear it out. I really like this. The yarn, I think I already talked about it. I already talked about the yarn a little bit, but it's so breathable. It's so comfy on the skin. Not the best to knit with because it is cotton linen. It's a bit harsh on the hands, but I just ordered a bunch more cotton actually to make some more summer tops. So I love this yarn. I knit my friend's last summer. I knit hers using cotton as well. I love this yarn. I think it suits the garment very well. It's like not super structured, but it's not super flowy either. I think it's a great fit for this pattern. In terms of doing things again with this, I think the holdback for me wearing it a lot is a personal style preference. These shoulders are pretty wide, but I like a really, really broad shoulder with a V-neck top. I feel like if it's gonna be V-neck, it either needs to be like full halter or like all the way covering like almost to the tips of my shoulders. So I feel like my holdback with this is just that the shoulders are a bit narrow, a bit too narrow for me. Um, that's a complete like personal style preference and what I feel like is the most flattering for me. But if I were to make this again, I would maybe modify it and make the shoulders just a little bit wider, a little bit like just a little bit more broad, just a little bit. But overall, if I were to make this again for myself, I really don't think I would change that much. I'm a huge fan of this. Um, yeah, I'm a huge fan of this. So this gets a thumbs up for me. I love it. This might, no, I don't want to say it's my most favorite. This is like up there. I love this top. This is my Mooncrush Tank by Jackson Slack. Again, I made the size 2 as well. I also knit this using Knitting for Olive Merino. What are the colors? This one is Flamingo. This one is Cream. And this one down here is, what is this? Dusty Honey. I don't know if you can see all the way. What did I use? A 3.5 millimeter needle. So it's a pretty open gauge compared to all the Harvest tees from before. Maybe that's my lesson here, is that I like knitting for Olive Merino for a summer top on a wider gauge. That's maybe like the big takeaway for the whole video that I'm just now realizing. So glad I made this. Again, I made one for my friend last summer. I knit this in 2023. I knit it, according to Ravelry, it took me like under a week to make this. This was a speedy top. I knit it so fast because my friend and I got last minute tickets to the Eras tour, and I wanted to knit something to wear, but I didn't have time. Like, we got tickets like literally a week and a half before the concert, and I didn't have time to like order yarn, wait for things. So I knit this up, and so I was kind of like, it was very much going for like a lover-ish knit. So this top has such like fond memories for me. I had so much fun knitting it because I was so excited to go to the Eras tour, and I had so much fun wearing it at the Eras tour. So I love it. And then in addition, I think it's just a really, really fun summer top. I wear this, again, probably every other week. I get a lot of wear out of this, especially on like a hot summer day. It's a really great thing to wear. Again, it's relatively bra friendly. I'm wearing, again, just a regular bra with it. I wear it a lot. I wear it with jeans, and then I have this really cute pink silk skirt that I love wearing it with, and then it's like really cute like pink kind of outfit. So I love wearing it mostly with like long flare jeans, and I feel a bit like Disco Mamma Mia when I wear it with like long jeans that are like wide at the bottom, and then the skirt. I absolutely love this top. I love it. I love the yarn. I'm not going to talk about the Knitting for Olive Merino again. We already talked about it. And I already realized that I just like knitting for Olive Merino on a wider gauge, on like a bigger needle. So I love this yarn. It's just super comfortable. This is quite cropped. A lot of people on YouTube and Instagram have talked about how cropped this is. There is an option to make it longer. I didn't realize how cropped it was going to be when I made it, but I love how cropped it is. Like, I love a crop top. Like, a crop top hates to see me coming. I love crop tops. So this is like very, very short. I don't even know if you can tell right now, but I feel like even when I wear high-waisted jeans, you can see like a little bit of my stomach, but that doesn't really bother me. Like, that's such a vibe. I love it. If I were to make this again, well, I would make this again for myself. I absolutely love this. If I were to make it again, I might make one a little bit longer. Just like a scooch longer. Like, I'm talking like, what is that? Like 2 centimeters longer, just like a little bit longer. I would make it a little bit longer. And then for whatever reason, I was thinking about this like yesterday when I was knitting. This is another garment that is bottom up. And I don't love that. I find the construction for the shoulders and the neck was pretty, both times that I made this, it was pretty, confusing is not the right word. I think just difficult. It was pretty difficult to execute just in terms of like fine motor skills. It was just difficult. So I didn't love that. So I was thinking about a way to do it and make this like the shoulder shaping with short rows instead of the way that they write it in the pattern. So Those are my only two like make again notes if I were to make this again for myself. Make it just a scooch longer and make it top down and do some short row shaping here instead of doing it bottom up. But then like on the other hand, I'm on like, is it a high horse right now? Like, I guess I am just on such a high horse right now. Like, oh my God, if I were to make this again, like, I would figure out a way to do it like top down. But knowing me, like, depending on how you feel when you cast on, you either cast on and you're like, this is gonna be the best garment that I've made in my entire life. I'm gonna put my whole heart and soul into this. I'm going to make every single modification to make this perfectly. Or sometimes you're like, I literally just want someone to tell me what to do, and I don't want to turn my brain on. I don't want to have to stop and think. I just want to go. So depending on how I feel, if I were to cast this on again, could go either way. Another thing that I love about this, this is, again, sorry, this is getting into a little bit more of like construction nitty gritty, but each color used under a skein. So this was a stash busting project. This was yarn that was just sitting in my stash that I didn't know what to do with, that I didn't have a full sweater or vest quantity. So I love that I love like I wouldn't have to buy yarn for this. I would just use yarn that's in my stash. So that's something else that I love about this. I truly love this. This gets a thumbs up for me. This is going to get 2 thumbs up for me. I absolutely love this because the 2 things that I would change about it, one is just a construction thing, and the other one is something that like doesn't even bother me that much. It's just more like if I'm going to knit another one, I might as well have like a little bit of a longer one. Oh, hi, Mary. That's Mary Jane. I don't know if you guys remember her. It's been a while since I've recorded here. All right, let's see. Moving on. I had to change bras. I had to put on a little bralette because I probably would have gotten censored on YouTube if I hadn't. This is the Ghost Whisperer top by Park Williams. This is the size medium. I knit it using Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair, held single in the color Cloud. Okay, it's really pretty, right? Like it's like a gorgeous top, and it photographs well. It's beautiful. I have not worn this like ever. I knew when I was making it that I might not wear it, that it might be one of those things. Like it is just kind of a fashion statement. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of a fashion statement, and there's 2 big reasons that I haven't worn it. One is I feel like kind of a bold fashion statement. I don't feel like, at least right now, I have any occasion to wear this out and about. That could change. That's like a geography situation event kind of thing. The other is just like a single strand knitted mohair garment is kind of weird to style for temperature. It's not like, this is not something that I can wear on a hot summer day. I simply can't. But this is also not something that I could wear on like a cool breezy day. I just don't know when to wear this. And if you have knitted like a short sleeve single strand gapey open mohair top before and you wear it a lot, please let me know when you wear it and how you wear it, because I have no idea. I know I could put like a turtleneck on, like a tight fitting turtleneck on, and wear this on top of it. I could do that. But then again, I don't know if that's like my personal style. All that to say, if you wear this, if you have a top that's like this, just like a little mesh mohair top, please let me know when you wear it, like the temperature, like the degrees in which you feel comfortable wearing this, and how you wear it. Because I'm at a loss. I really like it. I enjoy knitting it, but what do I do with it? Again, I don't really feel like I can speak to how the yarn feels and like the wear of the yarn, because like I said, I haven't worn it like ever. I mean, Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair is really soft. I love it. It's not scratchy. It feels good on my skin. But I feel a little toasty right now, which is crazy because I'm wearing basically nothing. And I'm getting a little toasty-ish. I'm not even going to go into make again notes because like I don't think I would make this again. Honestly, I never wear it. And like what's the point? It's gorgeous. I love looking at it. I just don't ever wear it. Anyways, all that to say, this gets a thumbs down for me only because I don't know how to style it or how to wear it. And I've never worn it, so it does kind of feel like a waste of time. The yarn was from Stash. I was trying to find a way to get rid of the yarn, so that doesn't feel like as much of a waste. All right. Oh my God. This smells like sunscreen. This smells like straight up beach. This, you probably remember if you watched any of my knitting podcasts from last summer, you probably remember me talking about this. This was like an ordeal for me. I talked a lot about it, but I love it. Spoiler. This is a heavily modified boat neck batwing top by James N. Watts. I knit this using Rowan cabled mercerized cotton, which is a discontinued yarn. Thank God I didn't like it. The discontinued yarn. I knit this with the intention of it being a like beach cover-up top, and I wore it a lot. Pretty much every time after I finished this that I put on a swimsuit, this was my cover-up that I used. So I don't even remember how often that was, but that's pretty good because I intended for it to be a swimsuit cover-up, and every time I put a swimsuit on, this was my cover-up. And I love it. I really, really like it. In terms of like the fit, the modifications, pretty much all I did was just add sleeves. If you look at the stock photos or just the pattern photos, I just added sleeves. It doesn't originally come with sleeves, and I'm really glad I did. It's exactly what I wanted. I will be wearing this again this year. I can't wait. The yarn. The yarn is discontinued, so like none of this really matters. It was gifted to me many years ago by a family friend who also knits, but the yarn is just weird. It is like, it's cotton. It's 100% cotton, but it's like, it's so, it feels very heavy, and like it kind of just feels a little bit wet all the time, if you know what I'm saying. Like it just always feels like cold and like it's heavier than what it's supposed to be. And I don't love that. It feels a little weird on the skin. Like it doesn't have any sort of like dry, breezy properties to it. The only breeziness comes from the fact that there's these like giant holes. And then I don't know if you can really see, but definitely towards the top, I don't know if it's because of sunscreen or what, but the yarn is getting discolored. It's turning this kind of coral, orangey, pinkish color towards the top. Someone suggested to put it in, to soak it in like a little bit of hydrogen peroxide mixture. So I will probably try that at some point in the future to sort of get it back to its normal color, but I'm really not that pressed about it because it is just a beach cover up. I would consider making this again using a different yarn, and I feel like I would figure out maybe something different to do with the sleeves. The sleeves are a bit tight. They're a bit bellish. I would maybe figure out how to decrease, or maybe I would just finally figure out and like learn how to crochet. But I would definitely consider making this again. Like I said, I wear it every time I put a swimsuit on. So maybe it would be nice to have like a different colored one. I would just definitely use a different yarn. One, because this yarn is discontinued and I can no longer get it, and two, because I hate this yarn. And that's my only make again note, is I would just use a different yarn. So overall, this gets a thumbs up, and this gets a thumbs up for how often I wear it, and it gets a thumbs up for my execution of modifications. I'm really proud of myself for that because, you know, like modifications, it's 50-50, and it's either incredible or it's terrible. So I'm so glad this worked out. So huge fan of this. All right. This is my cloud top by Petite Knit. I knit this also last summer. I forgot how much I love this top. Oh my gosh. I knit this using We Are Knitters The Cotton in mauve, or mauve, however you want to say it. I wear this, I would say like every other week, I would say I wear this. I put this on a lot with jeans, with like jean pants, jean shorts, and just do like a little French tuck. It's the perfect length for a French tuck. It's such just an easy, breezy, casual top to put on. That's perfect for a really warm summer day because this is 100% cotton and it's really smooth cotton. That leads, I guess, nicely into the yarn. I really like this yarn. I bought this yarn like within the first year of my knitting as part of those kits that We Are Knitters did. And I knit the top and I hated it. I literally never wore the knitted top. And then I was trying to figure out what to do with this yarn, and Petite Knit released the cloud top. And I was like, wait, the yarn is perfect. I have almost the exact amount needed. Like, might as well. And it was such a good decision. I feel like I love the details on this. Um, I love how broad the shoulders are, kind of like we talked about earlier. I love how broad the shoulders are. The little edges. I feel like it's a very polished looking knit, and the yarn is super comfortable, super breathable, but it's not at all see-through. It's a very modest top. I feel like it has a really, really nice drape. It feels so soft and so nice against the skin, but it's not warm at all. Like, it's a very cool, breezy top. And then just separately, I just love the color. I love purple. I really, really need to knit more purple things. It's one of my absolute favorite colors to look at and to wear. I need more purple. I definitely would make this again. I feel like there are a lot of other really simple kind of crew neck tank tops out there. So that would give me pause to make this again, just because like I already have one. I might as well try another pattern. I know some people are kind of the opinion, like, I already own this pattern, why would I not just make it again? But I'm more of the opinion, like, I like trying other designers, other patterns. So I kind of feel like I like this. I might as well just make another pattern. But I love this. I don't have any make again notes. If I were to make this again, I would quite literally do the exact same thing. I think the length is great. I mean, I always feel like everybody always has something to say about the length of their garments, whether they would make it a little bit longer or make it a little bit shorter. I think I would make this a little bit shorter, but like at the end of the day, whatever. Is that even really a make again note? Like, my gosh, I just love this. This drape is incredible. Oh, sorry. What size did I make? Yes, I made the size medium. This is the size medium. Quite a bit of ease. Maybe I would make a smaller size. Maybe I would consider going down a size. But then again, I think it's perfect, so like, why would I change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this gets a thumbs up. Definitely gets a thumbs up from me. This is my last one. This is my last one to talk about. This is my Camisole No.5 by My Favorite Things Knitwear that I heavily modified. No, I just like regular modified it. I didn't heavily modify it. And I knit this using Knitting for Olive Merino in, what did I use? Ooh, dark cognac. Dark cognac. Oh, there's a little bra. This is very bra friendly. I'm just wearing a hot pink bra, so you can really tell when it's peeking out. I love this. The modifications, I truly just made the shoulders a little bit wider. Kind of like what we talked about earlier. I don't love a super narrow shoulder unless it's a halter top. I didn't really feel like the style of her shoulder would be very flattering on me, so I just modified it. I wear this in the summer, weekly in the summer, probably once a month in the spring, fall, and winter. I still got wear out of this as like an undershirt. I wore it a lot for residency interviews. I would put just a blazer over it and it looked very professional. And then it was great because they would always ask me about my knitting. And I'd be like, I made this actually. And their minds were blown. It was incredible. I really wowed them. I wear this mostly, I don't know why I don't like wearing it with jeans. I don't know why. I just really don't ever wear it with jeans. I love how it looks with like trousers. With like, I have this pair of like taupe linen pants, and I love wearing it with the linen pants. I love wearing it with a skirt. Yeah, pretty much just linen pants and a skirt. Yeah, again, not really shorts. Again, I don't really know why. I don't wear it with jeans or with shorts. But I love this. I love the modifications. I wear this. I get a lot of good wear out of this. This is a really nice like staple base layer. It's just a really easy thing to throw on. I mean, it looks good with jeans. I just don't personally choose to wear it with jeans, if that makes sense. The yarn, I really like this yarn. Obviously, we've already talked about Knitting for Olive Merino a ton. I think I used 3.25. No, I used 3mm needles for this. And I mean, you can't really compare the tension because this is in 2x2 rib, like all over, and those are The ones we already talked about are in stockinette. Can't really compare the two. I think also because this does have, sorry, I'm messing with it. I don't want the hot pink to be popping out all over the place. I do think that because this has some negative ease, it sits closer to the body. It's really not a breathable top. It's not designed to be like a breezy, airy top. This is pretty warm. I would not wear this on like a really, really hot summer day. Perfect for like a summer evening, but not for like an Alabama 90-degree day. Like I would not wear it in an Alabama 90-degree day. It would be much too hot because this is the 100% merino. It's not the cotton merino. So I will say that about the yarn, but I feel like because I used the merino, I wore it in the fall, winter, and spring. Like I still got wear out of it because it's more of it's a wool tank top basically that I could just, or like a merino tank top. It would keep me warm in like the transitional season in winter. So that being said, I do love that. Let's see. Make again notes. I am planning on making this again. I actually already bought yarn to make another one of these this year. I bought cotton merino. So I won't make a merino one, but I will make a cotton merino one. And I'm really excited to see how that turns out. And then make again notes. Because I am making this again. I think I'm going to make the shoulders just a little bit wider. I feel like with my regular bra that I wear, it's like slips out a little bit sometimes. It's a little too narrow for me. I think I could go like a teensy bit wider and still like it. We'll see though, because I can't really remember right now. I mean, I have all the notes down here, but I can't really remember right now what exactly I did. I don't really want to sort it out right now on camera to see if I could go a little wider. So that's my make again plan for this one. Overall, this gets a thumbs up. I love it. Oh, I can literally see in the reflection of my phone case, I can see the hot pink. Sorry if you found that distracting. I just really didn't want to go put another bra on. All right, so those are all of the summer knits that I have in my possession, and that is all I have today for judging them. If you liked seeing this type of video, let me know. If there are things that I didn't mention about each garment that you would like to see mentioned again, if I do another type of these videos, let me know, like another category that I could touch on or something else I could mention about each of the knits. Let me know any feedback you have. I love feedback. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. This is all I have to say today. Next week, I'll have a lot more to say. It'll be just a regular podcast episode talking about my spring and summer knits for this year that I've already started. I'm really excited about them, so I can't wait to talk to you guys about them next week. But until then, happy knitting, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.